Fine,
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
It's so annoying to draft against, so this is a good pick, especially if you're prepping for a solo core.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Shadow Shaman, securing extra disables and some extra push. It feels so hard to play Shadow Shaman right now because you can't even say like, oh yeah, and he hits like a truck in the laning stage because his truckness has been taken away from him. Now he's just, I mean, he still hits hard,
Yeah.
but it's not extraordinary anymore.
Now I'm just thinking, is this a Shanks or Abeng Shadow Shaman? Because that's what I'm kind of curious about. Do they still decide to put Shanks on Marcy, put Abeng on Shaman, Bob plays Batrider, and they have Palos with Razor, meaning that Tino's hero is missing. And with the TB pick, I suspect Fnatic to 100% ban the Pudge from Palos. Pudge would
Yes.
destroy this TB late game. Well, TB just doesn't kill the Pudge. That's basically the scenario.
Mm-hmm. The only thing I'm worried about for Execration here is that they are sort of ignoring the existence of the Tombstone. I mean, the Razor's probably going to have to take care of it, but that's not really.
It's not really optimal, yeah.
No.
Somebody has to. This Undying hero feels like it's getting unanswered at the moment. Like, at least, okay, well, the Razor doesn't really fear the Undying. Usually have this BKB builder. There's the Pudge ban.
Yeah.
Uh,
Excellent call.
it has to be this Razor having a rather good time once he hits that BKB timer. The refresher is still pretty handy. You can soak up the damage off of the Terrorblade. You can even use an illusion to bump up your own. If you
Mm-hmm.
have your BKB up, Nyx is that's your answer to the Nyx assassin. He doesn't really bully the Batrider anymore at that stage. Puck will enjoy keeping Razor on the spot and just
Yes.
hurt the shaman. Shaman shackles someone. You waning rift for the silence. You shift yourself orb away. And TB, who wants to kind of stand and fight, like stand on a spot and just spam those right clicks out.
Exactly.
He's got a lot of trouble around him, but he doesn't really have a straight up counter yet.
No, he does not. And I'm really wondering about that because with the Pudge off the table, now the classic TB counters are in the realm of, well, Morphling's banned. Nobody plays Drow. This is a horrendous game to play Drow in general. They're banning it anyway because it's the
Yep.
best TB counter left in the field, and it leaves you with Zeus, who hasn't been doing that great versus TB lately.
And it doesn't really
Um,
fit in the draft either.
nope, nope, it sure doesn't.
So you're not going Bristleback against this
Um,
hero. There's no
poor
TA
Elder
to
Titan.
pick up. Elder Titan. Wow, that would be wild. Maybe the
This
Phantom
is just my
Lancer.
wish list.
Maybe the PL gets a chance. I don't know. Maybe Palos just has to go for the illusion play. Burn out the mana off the Undying. Then you have a way to deal with the Tombstone. You have a way to burn out the mana off the Puck. You keep the Nyx Assassin busy. And you can still fight the Terrorblade reasonably well. So I think PL is probably one of the better options here to look for. Otherwise, Palos needs a new carry. Yeah. Maybe the Furion? I don't know. Maybe the Furion is decent enough. I've seen some Furions beat Terrorblades.
Yeah, but it's mostly on speed. Like, and they have no frontliners right now, which is always awkward with a Batrider that looks like it wants to go offlane. It's like, all right, fine, but then who do you center the team fight around? And I don't think that if they go into anything that you can center the team fight around right now, honestly, you can like meet the hard core of the center of the team fight of Fnatic. Because you said we're going to have a Terrorblade standing his ground. We're going to have an Undying plopping the Tombstone down and standing his ground. We're going to have a Puck holding everybody in there. So it is a Monkey King.
Okay. Well, the Monkey does offer that early
Area
damage against the
control.
TB. They have a very good early brawling lineup as well with this lineup. Shaman loves to play the aggressor, push down with wards. Monkey King gives you that extra vision. Batrider loves having extra vision, plus he provides it. And there's the Agi carry with the Marcy, which also kind of sits well into the picture.
Yeah, like in terms of internal synergy, it's a really good pick, and in terms of external, oh god, I don't like this hero, but it's a good pick. I hate it when that happens.
It is. I'm thinking like, yeah, the Razor's a good matchup against the TB in the lane. Veno is good a matchup against the Monkey King in the lane because you can't use your Primal Spring like ever.
Yeah.
So it is a solid response to it. Like this is,
Yeah.
and he also gives you some
Are
of
they
that early
switching it
game.
out?
Yeah.
They are
Shanks Monkey
switching it
King.
out.
So Palos goes for the carry Marcy.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
I was
So
wondering.
they did want to put that Monkey King in the support role after all. So Marcy does make a lot of sense here. He's gonna have a difficult time with the puck though. But outside of that, there's your unleash on the tombstone. I don't know why I did not mention this earlier on. Like even a support Marcy could have dealt with the tombstone with his ulti. And I think Marcy's actually pretty good against the Venomaster in the end. Like I think Monkey King struggles a bit, but Marcy should have a better time.
Absolutely. She can take the fight to him or get out depending on what the circumstances are. And she's got really nice sustain in lane as well that doesn't necessitate her to like fight the Venomancer to the death. Because the problem with a Monkey King versus Venomancer is that Monkey King turns after a couple of hits. After a couple of hits versus Venomancer, you are in too deep. And one of you is coming home in a body bag.
So, who are we jumping on this one? Because Execration has a lot of answers, but I also like the TB, and then I also like the carry Marcy, which I really want to say Execration here. Like I really want to say Execration in this game.
So I want to root for the carry Marcy as well because I think it's very fun to watch, and I have no doubt that this suits Palos's aggressive style to a T. But am I rooting versus a TB in a good TB game?
That is the question, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go against you. This is Raven TB. This man has done things for me personally on that TV that I'm still very thankful for. I trusted with my life. Yes.
The Grandmaster Bat Bob versus the Grandmaster Puck Armel. See that level 30 action kick in. Will be a delight to watch this mid matchup go between the Puck and the Bat Rider. We've seen this specific matchup actually before with oh my god, I'm losing names here. Bob versus Armel, where when Bob would play Bat Rider, he would wait till level 4 for the dive. But when Armel would play Bat Rider, he'd wait for level 2 and dive under the tower. And put that surprise element into it where like, okay, he's probably not going to do it because he wants the levels. Oh, he's actually going for it. I'm shit out of luck. But there's these small kind of openers with these two heroes. Puck would love to have Waning Rift for that extra positioning capability instead of going for phase shift. But you also want to have phase shift to dodge these, if you're like 6-7 stacks of napalm, and you've really got to keep your orb open. So does Bob have the upper advantage, or is Puck just going to poke the bat the whole time so he doesn't get to play? Are the things we're going to be keeping an eye on open. On the mid lane, as the bounty runes are going to be spawning, Palos will toss DJ away and make that 2 for 2 in bounties.
Yep, I will be keeping a close eye on the first couple of waves on this mid lane because it's really all about the wave equilibrium, whether or not a Bat Rider gets the upper hand here.
Yep.
And if he manages to play it so that Armel needs to come too far forward, the kill opportunities are going to come for Bob. But for now, Armel's got a doozy of a block.
We're going to start rolling things out. Our early poke, most likely from Bob. He's spamming out that napalm onto this Armel Puck, already 4 stacks up, and there is the full magic one for Armel, plus 3 branches with his tangos. And he did go for level 2 phase shift, so he's able to reset the stacks now.
And that makes it very hard for Bob now to go for any surprise attacks. So let's see if he turns up the heat on level 4.
It was an attempt on a courier snipe. At the same time, Shanks is already pulling the wave in the top lane. Get himself that level 2 secured for him and for Tino. And Armel's playing this very cautiously. He's orbing all the way behind the wave to be able to reset those stacks again. Does get a lot of poke onto Bob. Bob has only 2 last hits. Armel's rocking it with 6 so far, so he's got a big advantage. But also Tino pretty low here in this lane, and Januel, he's got mangoes for another decay, but it's not going to be enough for a kill. He needs to squeeze in a right click for it, so level 1 decay does not kill. So that leaves Tino at like less than 10 HP, but he's still alive. No base damage on level 1 decay, sadly. Just gonna sap your strength and keep you low.
Very unfortunate. And yeah, Tino should be decently fine here as long as him and Shanks continue to play away from each other, which is easier when you have a ranged offlaner like this.
Yep. We'll do a lot of work for him for sure. Armel securing water runes. Bob on the other side for himself. He's got 4 to 12. Armel is destroying this mid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and on the denies as well. More than a full wave out now.
Yep.
And Bob is... that he has to go for this.
He sees the orb being used and looking for the kill. Oh, so close. One more tick would have done it. Meanwhile, the Monkey King gets the TP away from the top lane. He was about to get killed by the Tombstone. And we got a very fast zombie boy running here, but he gets sniped down by the tier 1 tower, so he ain't going to go all the way into the base.
That's always a shame.
2 quick kills almost happening. Still tied 0-0. With that aggression, Bob starts to pick up on CS, and Armel is now low. Balance of power continues to shift.
That was so important for Bob. If he doesn't go for that there, then his level 4 gets much delayed compared to Armel's. He can't allow himself to be pushed off of that wave. And instead, he turns it around. Armel is forced to grab himself some more regen to stay in the lane at all.
Of how Abeng is using the creep wave for damage while shackling the Nyx assassin. I don't have my carrier with me, but it doesn't matter. I've got my creep wave.
It's a lot of creep wave at in SCA right now.
Yep. Plenty to go. Looking at Shanks, he's opting to go for the Orb of Corrosion early on, so he wants to amplify Razor's damage output, which will help the Marcy, which will also maybe benefit the Batrider with that little bit of extra.
Mm-hmm. Very classic pick up there. I'm just wondering where the first bot is going to be. Like, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be bot.
Almost happened twice already.
Yeah.
It's like almost the key word.
Not quite yet. And especially the fact that DJ just has this enormous base regen to keep on healing him right back up after Abeng lays into him.
Yep. This does play a big factor, having that early regeneration on all players. Abeng, he's gonna soak up a lot of damage, and Palos wants to target the Veno. He just needs the toss, but nice stun from DJ. Prevents him from getting it off. And now with the Carapace stun as well, the Shaman, he's got a Fairy Fire, and it looks like he's gonna drop before Jay, or Jabs does, giving that the first blood for Fnatic. That DJ stun played everything in the world to prevent this Veno from dying first.
Yeah, and you could see them setting up for that as well. Like, one of the things that the Venomancer needs to do is actually stay close to DJ so that he could always reposition and get both heroes with the stun. If he would have stepped further away, the fight would have actually been split. And DJ would have been scuffling with his support while Jay was alone versus Palos.
And at the CS as well, we can see Batrider and Veno at the bottom. Tino was struggling when he was still level 2. Now he's almost level 4, and he has been catching up to Raven. So he's no longer really behind. Meanwhile, Raven has been maybe slowing down a bit on his CS. They are chasing DJ here, and there's the toss coming out from Palos into the shackles. That's going to be the first one for Execration. Fighting under the tower with the Tombstone in the top lane with the Metamorph. Raven looking for Tino to die, and Januel, he blocks the escape route. Nowhere to run. There's a zombie on the other end, you got a demon on the other. Which one do you choose?
And now they have the catapult wave under the tower. This is a thing with the Terrorblade that fell out of fashion for a while, but seems to be making a return, where if you win this lane, instead of just using that to farm more, take this offline tower down.
Yep.
Look at how much damage you're getting out of this.
Like Omni Knight would say, it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good start.
Yeah, and it's going to slow down any consecutive pushes on that top tower so much.
Oh, but here comes the rotation. Armel smoked up with DJ. They want him to get a kill onto Palos. They know how big of an issue this Marcy is going to be in this game.
Pop's waiting with a haste rune in the fountain.
Abeng already in between. He's going to interrupt this rotation, finds the puck, and gets the Hex out. So Abeng will tank it for his ally. And Armel will get this for himself. Deny attempt does squeeze in, but Armel's right-click damage too much to deal with.
Interesting. You can see Bob hovering around the fountain a bit, trying to see if he's going to join that or not. But since they're not actually diving,
he's hasting now
like
towards top. He did get scouted out by the wards, so they've got information on this. Meanwhile, Raven all the way behind the tower. And as that comes to a close, they're like, okay, well, nobody's showing. Most likely I've been spotted. Runs back to the mid lane with the haste. Shanks was also ready to move in if they had the chance to close in gaps. And they've got the Primal Spring to slow down Raven. Stun comes out. Tino will sap the damage off of the TB. He'll have to lay low for a couple seconds now. As we look at net worth, look at Bob's net worth. He is not having a great time. Puck is now doubling the CS towards the bat. So even with a missed rotation, maybe now they've caught themselves jabs. Coil snaps onto the Marcy. Armel ready with the illusory orb. Will take down the carry. And they will look for the Shadow Shaman, making it a double kill for Armel.
And meanwhile, top lane, they've got Raven.
They've got Raven. That's a good kill for them. Just need to secure it, and they will with the vision given by Shanks as he jumps into the tree. Was suspected if you've got that much traffic in the bottom lane, your TB is definitely in peril. So good read from Execration going for it. Both carries dead.
Clear trade, but Execration is going to get a bunch of tower damage out of it now. That said, so might Fnatic if they push Palos further.
It's a difficult kill though with all the stuns.
Oh, lasso on the mid lane.
The lasso on the mid lane onto the puck, and they found Armel into the shackles from Abeng. They have very good single target control. They've got the long range stun from the Boundless Strike. You've got Shackles, Hex, and Lasso, and Flame Break. So they've got a lot of tools to work around against this puck. So important kill for them. And that also gives... That actually pushes Bob quite a lot. He did get the spree, and he's now gone from 6th to 4th place. He's gone past the TV and the Venom.
Yep. His gamble, because he's been preying on these runes, right? Normally versus a Puck, a Bat Rider is not necessarily going to get the most rune control, but he's been really focusing on it, and the haste rune earlier did not pay off, but this one, yeah, big time.
Bottom tower is about to drop. Tino is still lashing onto this tier 1 in the top lane, so it is looking like a tower trade. By the time the glyph runs out, these both towers should be dropping fairly fast. But DJ is here for the defense. Makes himself known as well. While in the mid lane, they're diving Abeng, or Abeng is diving under the tower.
Yeah.
You take your choice. Let's see. Did get to hit the mid tower. Well, you see 4 heroes from Fnatic just smashing down 1. It did slow down both tower takes. So mid saved, top saved.
Yeah, mid safe for a longer time now as well, because with the bot tower down, Jabs can now make this mid his kingdom, and a Venomancer is so hard to push down. Yeah, that as well. And I think what Execration is going to do about this is see if they can kick Raven out of their bot jungle.
Well, they're trying to kill DJ in top to open up the tower, and that's going to work for them. Shanks will get himself a kill. He's got his... He has his boots on his courier? Yeah, he does. Okay. So one piece towards his... if I'm reading this correct, he's going for power treads. The tower falls in the top lane for the Razor. Currently 3rd in net worth. Palos, despite dying once this game, he is topping right now with 5k. And making good progress towards the BKB. This BKB makes Veno, Nyx, and Puck do nothing against this guy for 9 seconds.
Absolutely nothing.
And they found a 9.
Havoc.
Doesn't get a pushing wards, but gets a kill. And they kill Raven?
Yes.
Oh no. Fnatic. That hurts. Lasso to unleash.
surprise boots of travel coming in from Bob, and this is where they moved the Venomancer to mid so that Raven could play bot, and not only has the jungle now been dewarded so there's no more space for him to play offensively, he has also just gotten defensively rocked.
And they might get Palos for this now. Okay, it will definitely look like they will kill Palos here. Surrounded by enemies, takes the tower down, gives his life for it. Team gets the money, but he will take a bit of a punishment with this death.
And interestingly enough, that slowdown on the BKB is a problem here as well, especially because Tino is going for a hand of Midas of his own. So Palos is going to have to be the one carrying the show for a while Tino catches back up. And I can see why you want to secure the scaling on your Razor in this game, especially because you don't really have a proper winning matchup versus the TV.
Yeah.
Like, you need to get the most out of all of your cores, the most damage potential out of this Razor especially, but... Oh boy, that does mean that these deaths on Palos hit extra hard right now.
Yeah, it does. It does keep the carry matchup very close to each other, and that also means that the timings are going to be quite similar. So with these Midases on both the offlaners this game, because they're both opting to have at least 2 to 3 items with impact. Like, it's not like you get Midas and you get your first item like, oh, I can win the game now. It's like, it doesn't work that way. Like, you definitely need a lot more to pump up.
What? But my pubs.
It's not like the last game where Mage Slayer would have like a massive impact. A Vessel could do some good for Fnatic. Let's see if they decide to, after this Tino hunt, Coil and Metamorph both for the Razor. TPs are kicking in. Razor, sorry, the Batrider is here, and they're targeting Raven. But there's also Armel, but Armel doesn't have anything remaining, and Raven is about to die, and he's dead. DJ with a stun onto 2, catches the Shaman and the Monkey King that will take down Bob, but this puck is also completely out of mana. He does some stick charges to orb away, but he wants to orb in most likely, and he will, hunting for Abeng. Abeng able to jump away with a Tumbler toy. Does get slowed down by the Witchblade, but he's found himself a puck. The wards are down. The wards will do a lot of work here for some damage if they can keep the fight around here. Jams will die elsewhere, and they will get the Shaman kill. Shanks looking to take down that Tombstone. It does get some heals in, and here comes Tino. He's already respawned for this fight, and Armel, he's got nothing left except another jaunt at 40 HP. 40 HP. Tino probably looking for that one plasma field for the connection, but Armel looks like he's already miles away. So this puck play pays off, and what a limit he pushed for it.
He was so low on mana when he went in. That was really just counting on the Witchblade doing all the work, and that respawn, I don't think he quite counted on that.
Yep. Most likely he did not, but he makes his way back home. 9-1 puck. Big carrying force here for Fnatic to slow down Execration.
Pucks, man.
And Palos.
Every single time.
400 for BKB.
Yep. He got himself a very nice little kill on Jabs in the mid lane, who got yeeted under tower and taken out.
Benno decided to go for Force Staff first, so they do want to have a gap closer and an escape tool. I really like Force Staffs on the side of Fnatic in this game because of the because of the Razor. Like, you need to be able to break links, keep a distance.
I mean, the Marcy, even Ward Traps, the Force Staff is a phenomenal pickup this game. I mean, it's a phenomenal pickup most of the time. I think Force Staff is grossly underrated, but this game, it's an especially easy argument.
Oh, they found top, and they found Armel. There's the Hex into the Shackles. Tino with the damage, and Puck is down for the count. And Tino will pick a very juicy 511 gold streak. And they instantly smoke for more. They're ready to dive into mid. They've got Jabs to soft target. Januel also 1,000 HP, not the biggest one. Shanks is still planning in the bottom lane with Palos. Keeping that arcane up for now, but Bob, his smoke actually pops, and Venno will get the information that's required. Bob wants to get there in time. He gets the lasso on the Venno, who really wanted that arcane rune. Januel should have some heals available, but he's just going to go after the Batrider. Look at this guy. Just a decay ult and chase. Armel's there
Support
and
the
Raven's
Undying, by the
there,
way.
so it was actually a good idea for the Undying to play the bait there, like if he decided to turn around. But Bob, he knows better, he TP's home, but that's going to be your mid tower going down.
Phenomenal move here from Raven as well, immediately joining in on the mid instead of letting himself be distracted by the Monkey King on the bottom lane.
They've used the wards in the top lane to take half of that tier 2's HP, and now looking for a fight inside the jungle. Tino almost gets the slow out, but Shanks will get it. Daniel, his ulti runs out, so he is fresh meat. As fresh meat as an Undying can be.
Yeah, I think that's out of sell by date.
Bob's TPing top. Pick up the
Oh,
Hex for
DJ.
it. Yeah, he already used his Carapace. I was suspecting for the quick shackles to drop by, so easy one for Bob.
There's a thing here with DJ, and specifically with him playing the Shadow Shaman on Radiant, pushing that dire top. Like, he's extremely familiar with this playstyle. He's the one that, honestly, in my opinion, like, figured out all the tricks. Oh no,
well,
I wanted to talk about my boy.
Doesn't get much love right now. Palos is diving under the tower for an Undying kill, making it a double. Abang's gonna drop though. They did use the glyph to get that extra damage under the tower, so that works out. But the tier 1 now taken from Fnatic. So if it was taken from the other half at first... Oh, they might have to BKB here in the Marcy. Armel with another orb is actually going to take him down. He's trying to sidekick heal. Won't be able to jump out, so Bob... sorry, not Bob. Armel. Man, I'm getting used to Bob Puck so much these days. Is the Armel Puck unable to close out the kill on the Marcy? No need to use the BKB. That 9-second BKB is still unused. Very big for Execration to still keep a hand on it.
Yeah, a double kill without needing to pop it. That's the dream debut of your BKB.
15 to 12, 4K lead. DJ is
DJ's
hunting
here.
on top lane. This time he gets the surprise on Abeng, unlike the other way around. Marcy can't really help out much, just throws in a quick punch onto the puck. That's all he can do.
Ice cold shot calling. TJ is just like, they think they caught you, we caught them. Let's go. I don't want to over-engage on the Marcy here. I just want to clear this wave. See if they can bait something out of Palos, but he is going to be under tower, so it's not a very good idea to go any deeper with the Bat Rider with BOTs at the ready lurking.
And
they're doing it though!
Oh, they're gonna get this one. The stun's gonna be just enough with the nukes from Armel plus the creep wave who actually secure the kill. So, at the same time they killed Marcy, they just finished BKB on Razor, they just finished BKB on Bob. So it's a bit unfortunate that the Marcy's actually dead now.
Man, that's fantastic. Like, Palos thinks the same as I do. It's like, I'm safe here, no way they can blow me up in time. And DJ gets that Blink Dagger delivered. And yeah, that all the boots of troubles on all the Bat Riders in the world won't save your ass.
They're setting up a trap for the Razor. He is right in front of the tier 2 tower, so just happy with closing down the push. Maybe that means they want to rotate elsewhere on the map. DJ with his Blink Dagger on the next Assassin. Already saw the effectiveness of it onto Palos.
And the gold... Yeah, the gold lead was in favor of Execration a while ago. But every time Armel gets back up, the gold difference immediately starts shifting back towards Fnatic. And we are waiting for this Raven Terrorblade to make his debut. And it's not going to be too long now. The Skadi has been queued up.
Yep.
And that item will turn the game. It's a question of what Execration has to offer up against it. DJ
There's
on the hunt.
Yeah, he caught with the scan. So Tino knows something's up. Bumps his BKB. He's got Armel, but that link will instantly break. So they forced out a big tool off of him, but they just need to find DJ, and I don't think they... Oh, they actually will, because the jump from DJ comes out, and they will take down Tino, and maybe even Shanks as well. He's going to get a bit surprised here, but the next Assassin, he blinks away, and Bob is not able to get there. Neither is Shanks, and DJ just outplaying them in that moment.
Oh, that synergy too. The puck holding that Monkey King for longer, and now he goes for the kill.
Oh, he actually got it. Oh, man.
Dancing on Execration's graves.
Well, that's a surprise ticker right there. Probably wasn't expecting that to happen himself either. Armel. making moves here. 12, 2, and 1. I think he's putting Bob's puck to shame with these stats.
He is, and that's like, I mean, did the puck, like, puck used to be synonymous with, like, Armel, right? He hasn't shown up that big in international tournaments for a while, but in a matchup like this, yeah, he's just showing off. He's like, Bob, I'm sorry, but
Yep.
you're not getting this crown just yet.
Who knows? Maybe Bob has learned his mid-play from Armel.
Oh, undoubtedly he's been looking at him. Like, everybody who wants to play puck should be looking at Armel.
Shanks is going to be caught by the ward here. Shanks will see it and dodges the stun from DJ. And they're going to go to the Roche at the same time. So they've popped the Flesh Golem and the Tombstone. A very handy tool to take down Roche because those zombies will keep Roshan busy 24/7.
Yeah, that area control thing that we were talking about, it is a suicide mission to jump in here. Absolutely impossible.
Shanks would want to try, but he's found.
Yeah, maybe for cheeky steal, but... cheeky...
maybe. Oh, the Marcy goes in and he snatches it! Paulo takes it away! Raven is about to drop. He's gone! Execration surprised them! It's not even Shanks who goes in for the sacrificial play to get Roche for themselves, but instead, he takes it! He takes the triple! And Fnatic have been shocked in awe.
You should see my face right now.
I think this is one of those moments where your jaw will definitely drop on the floor and you're still looking for it. Palos.
Yes.
When it matters the most. But Shanks really did give them all the information they needed for it.
Yeah.
You see Tino next to the pit. He's offering the rebound to jump in there and then just simply just go. They were stunned in the pit. Roche died. They didn't get the kill for it, but they got the Aegis, and that's what matters the most because TB gets a lot of extra time with that Aegis to farm up towards the Scotty, and then you have a Metamorph push that you can use later on. Now you don't have it.
That would have basically shut the door on this game, and instead it is wide open. That moment where, oh, they killed the scout, Shanks is dead, the try is over. I think Fnatic thought the same.
Yep. Here goes DJ. Armel doesn't get much of a poke out. Albang finds him with the shackles and pops the Linkens off of him, and there we go. He didn't actually even use the shackles for it. It was just the Ether Shock to pop the Linkens into the Hex to follow up with the shackles, and that's a big kill. That's a tower gone down, and an Unleash ready for Marcy for the high ground. Perfect timing as well. Look at Palos' itemization right now as well. It is the classic BKB Basher, but already has that Crystallis, which he did actually build before the Basher for that extra bit of damage. So now, you gotta be really careful as Fnatic. Here we go.
Execration just showing a kind of viciousness that I haven't seen much recently. These guys are, you can't even call them bloodthirsty because they're not overextending for this. They know precisely what they're doing, and this is scary. I love it. They are so fast on these jumps.
They have they have 3 of their BKBs up as well, so Fnatic just trying to slow them down as much as possible. The Nova does connect onto Tino and onto Shanks, but they can happily give Shanks for a melee Rax, a tier 3, a tier 2, an Aegis taken, and an Armel kill. Does he get the GP home the Poison Sting? Yeah, Albang's like, let me deny you. But no. BKB's used. Aegis about to pop. This is a good opening from Fnatic. A good read from them too. Coil used. Bob is out.
Palos. TP to what?
BKB deep. Oh, he doesn't even have a BKB.
No.
Well, gonna have to sluggishly try to run it off, but I think they're just gonna leave Palos to die. Yeah, he just accepts his fate.
Yeah, I guess that is acceptable after losing a Rax normally, but I more want to see that, like, you know, you take a Rax at 22 minutes or something like that. You lose a kill on the retreat on your carries, fine, you're gonna go again. But not when you're staring the emergence of a Scotty on a TB in the face. That is a painful place to die.
They did use the Metamorph for it, so by the time they have respawned,
the smoke's already coming.
Still on cooldown.
Tino has his refresher.
Razor spike. Now they just gotta make it worth. Palos, where does he want to go? 8 seconds TP cooldown. Is gonna start running towards mid directly. They would love to kill Raven. He is playing it safe in the trees, but they see Manta Illusions coming out, so Shanks, all he needs to do is just provide a bit of extra vision, and they found Raven. He's exactly on the spot, and here's the Hex into the Shackles. Monkey King ulti, Link connected. They need just a bit more damage, but Armel's here for the silence and the Force Staff save. Bob brings him in with the lasso. They want to make sure that he actually does die, and he does get the Sunder off on Janual, and that will lose to the Monkey King. Raven will die as well, so they finally got him. Plus, they take down the Undying, and Jabs will go down next with another slap from Tino. Make it a triple. Abeng did die to Armel and DJ, and he's kind of defenseless right now, but he does have Palos right next to him, and they're going to wait for the coil, and then maybe the Marcy jumps in, but the Razor's already dead. Doesn't get the chance for it. Bounty Rune stolen as well, right in the eyes of Palos. So Raven does give the heads up for the two boys, still keeping their heads up, DJ and Armel.
What a wild fight. At the very least, that debut of the Razor's Refresher did not lead to any more base damage for Fnatic, but losing Raven there again is pretty rough.
Let's see what Palos has on his mind. Does he want to snipe DJ?
Murder.
There's Janual.
Definitely not with Jabs coming in now. BOT's on the Venomancer as well. And a second Force Staff now completed on Fnatic, and we saw the impact of the first Force Staff in that fight, allowing Raven to live so much longer.
Abeng finds the puck. Doesn't want to jump him though. Not alone. Just happy putting some wards down. Bit of extra vision into the mid area of the map. Minimum Roche time. 2 minutes and 5 seconds. So at least for that time being, Fnatic might want to reinforce their vision. Their ward is about to run out in a minute, so they need to make a move into this area. But I'm curious if Execration is going to be waiting for them or not, because they also need vision here. And there's a sneaky ops ward placed by the Undying here, right next to the triangle, so they know where Execration is. And
I love that
henceforth
ward.
they smoke up with 4. They only show the puck and the TB illusion into mid. Shanks is right on the ward, so they've seen him. DJ knows where he is. There's the sentry.
Which makes it weird that he breaks his smoke on him.
Oh. Close call for Shanks has to quickly zap away. Oh, DJ was looking for the Carapace stun on Tino.
And failed, so instead Tino takes out the ward, and now that triangle is secure again.
Palos was doing Rat's work, but he's going to pay with his life for it. Could BKB teleport away, but he's going to have to do it now. He gets bashed up as well. Actually, it is the Veno Shard, by the looks of it, that is going to be stunning him because he goes immune. He gets a bit of life steal, and he barely teleports home. Palos playing with his life here. He has to sit in the fountain and wait. Oh, stretching his limits, man. Veno Shard, probably one of the best shards in the game. Gets a bit surprised by it, but he still somehow manages to stretch some lifesteal with the Unleash to teleport. This is BKB gone, though.
Is the BKB, and it signals, I don't want to say despair, but
Just gets
desperation.
Done.
They're scared of Raven.
Bob, oh, he was pretty close for it. Almost gets the catch with the lasso. Not quite enough. Looks like the Nyx Assassin. Oh, okay, never mind. His Psychic Hype Band was already used before.
And meta is down now, so even though a Bang is hanging on to like a sliver of health here, they are looking for that Terra Blade.
Look at their positioning. They found DJ. That's a good start.
Decent.
One nuisance taken away for 50 seconds. They are unable to get this mid push going on. They have a creep wave and a catapult, so might as well be a tier 2 tower that they could look for with the lead of Palos.
But before they can get anything else out of this, they're going to have to find another pickoff. I don't think they feel like they can take Fnatic straight up anymore right now, and I agree with them. This is...
I agree. They are going
Scary.
top. Trying to set up for the Puck, but Puck's already TP'd home. So I like the read here, but he also probably thought the same thing, like, okay, the tower's about to fall. They're most likely already TPing in.
Mm-hmm. Those mind games can become very, very nasty to the point where you already TP people back before you have taken the tower.
Fnatic smoke.
See if you can grab the kill.
There you go.
And then if they have vision, they notice you TP'd out.
Oh, Bob.
Here you try to come back. Oh.
He sees the orb flying in. He's got an arcane available. Just wants the bottle back from Abeng. Until he picks it up. So yeah, that's a smart call. Fnatic is still getting closer and closer. Whole team is smoked up. TP Illusions pushing mid. There's a dire scan. They're thinking the triangle is the place where they are, but there's no one here.
I actually think that they don't think they were there. Because they have limited capabilities of engaging.
It was a very calm approach, yeah.
They just sort of walked up there, because what they do is they hold areas. They don't jump. I mean, that was Fnatic's mistake in the previous game, right? They dove top and got their Calabasas rocked. And now they're just holding. Like, you want to engage? You have to jump. Come on, come on. Yeah. Bad Rider? No. Marcy? No. You want to fight?
Kind of reminds me of that that video where the one guy's standing on the pier and the other guy's standing on the island, and then they're just yelling on top of the water at each other's, throwing insults.
Is that Finland or Sweden? Because that's definitely some Nordic neighbors.
It is a Scandinavian country for sure.
Yes.
But hey, there's a tombstone on top of a Monkey King on top of an Armel.
That's a busy rock.
That definitely is, but the real fight's on the side. TB caught here, and Raven down. Champs is going to be followed up by Tino. He will get out of there, out of time. DJ goes in with the buyback as Bob has finished him off. This fight is so chaotic. It's in so many places. Armel finding the jump on Abeng, and Abeng down. Bob no lasso. Tino no more tools to fight right now. Palos, he does have some lifesteal with the sidekick. Might have to BKB. He's on the edge of the coil, and he's going to get jumped on. And Armel's going to go down, and that's all the trouble gone. Palos, two-man stun coming out, and look at the lifesteal from this sidekick. Genuel going down. Flame break on 2, and Fnatic, you are getting team wiped as Jabs, no TP for you. Execration.
My lord. And yet they can't fight him straight up, but they don't have to. They're peeling them apart like an onion. We are watching the chaos on the cliff. Fnatic's watching the chaos on the cliff. Abeng is watching Raven.
And Raven gets caught and no TP for the fight. He dealt 175 damage with a Metamorph used that time. So he got nothing out. He just got caught on the side all by himself. But how does that happen? How does Raven end up being so alone compared to the rest of the team? And Fnatic they just crumble from there. Armel tries his best with as much the Puck can do, but even the Puck has its limits.
They're just not holding the position there. Like, the tombstone is already down, so the fight should be around that area, which is presumably why the rest of the team was holding around there as well. And Raven maybe did not respect the possibility for a fight to break out. He has been proved wrong several times over the course of this series now. Execration will find you and they will fight you.
And they will kill you.
Yes, indeed. And now with his 8k gold lead and the finished Daedalus up on that Marcy, there is not quite... Oh no, I say not quite a full Aghanims incoming, but that is pretty dang close.
Fare thee well. That basic Dispel going to be very handy if you get unleashed off before you get hit by Waning Rift, so you don't have to BKB to purge a silence.
Yep. The only snag here is, of course, the latent toxicity.
That toxicity is going to be a bit annoying, yeah. But still, Fnatic, they want to fight this. Metamorph is ready. Every tool is ready. And Tino's not here. He's the one with the Aegis, and they find the jump with the Tinker Ward. But Bob gets a bit of survivability thanks to Shanks and gets the lasso. Going to be pulling DJ out of the fight. There's the shackles coming out. Shanks does get his ulti off, but it's going to be broken as he dies. Raven with his BKB already used as well, and now in trouble. Palos is on the hunt. The Marcy wants blood. He wants a Terrorblade. That's 1/3 gone. He needs a second burst for the second, but his BKB is already down. There's the stun. That's the second third, and that's the third as Palos Palos, he just destroys them. Armel's gonna be next targeted up as well, and another hero gone. Jabs will be found as well. Tino, he's got the sheep stick. He will hex up the Venomancer and take another. And Fnatic is getting ripped apart. Execration, triple for Tino.
28 armor? What 28 armor?
Does nothing. Does absolutely nothing. The damage that Palos deals when that Unleash is active.
Phenomenal. They didn't even need a refresh for that fight anymore, so Tino just has that in his pocket.
Maybe now we get the fight recap as the Poison Stings and Novas are most likely out. There we go. Okay, so a team wipe for a Monkey King. And Aegis is still there for Tino.
My god, and you could hear my worry as they jumped. Because I wanted them to hold position. Hold position, that's what your lineup does. They're gonna come if you just stand there. But once again, DJ takes the engagement hoping that he can get a quick burst pick off. And his lineup just... The Terrorblade had to spend like 4 seconds of his BKB walking after the retreating lineup of Execration, and then Tino just cut in from behind him.
Execration playing out of their minds here. He's making Fnatic look like Execration is the TI team. This is not a grand final, though. It is only the first round of the upper bracket. But a 2-0 is imminent as Execration rocking their way here. Second lane of racks down. They already started this off at 24, 25 minutes into the game, so it's all down to the range racks. Latent toxicity is applied onto the Razor. We'll get force staff to safety. Oh, he actually almost dies. Okay. Well,
he kinda wants to die. Deny me.
Let me pop. 4-man smoke behind the Razor. He's got everything ready. Lasso is ready. Unleash is ready. Here we go. They jump on DJ. They got the Nyx Assassin. That's the most important grab. They've got the A on this, popping on the Venomancer. And Nyx is not coming back. Nyx is not coming back for 45 seconds, and this is going to be mega creeps as they finish off the range racks inside the Monkey King ulti. And Genuel, here's the fight. They will go for it, but they've got the Hex instantly onto the puck. He's already down to half HP, has the phase shift, so they can't catch onto the Undying. Raven trying to do as much work as he can on the backline. Here comes Palos, and look at Palos. He's forcing Raven away, but he can't even get to the fountain, and that, ladies and gents, is the power of the Marcy.
Crumpled him up like a piece of paper, tossed him in the bin. Wow.
Straight into recycling for the TB. An Execration 2-0.
And in style.
What a performance from Execration. What a performance. You 2-0'd a TI team with absolute confidence and power. Like this, the game one, it was a good show. It was a good start for what they have in potential. But Fnatic just falling flat this game. They couldn't get anything out of that TB for Raven. And RML had single-handedly attempted to carry the game with DJ's Nyx Assassin. Outside of that, it's 2 versus 5. And man, did Execration play this game so well. A couple mistakes here and there, but maybe calculated in the end when you look at the full result, because it didn't really slow them down, did they? And that stolen Aegis, man. Game one, you team wiped the team with the Aegis, and game two, you get to steal the Aegis when Fnatic were most likely at one of their power spike peaks in terms of this is going to secure us a lot in this game. And then Palos happens.
Yeah, and I love the role switch here between Shanks and Abang as well, because in the previous game, it was Abang running around trying to make these kills happen. And sure, he made a couple of pickoffs with that Blink Dagger this game, but most of all, this was just Shanks scouting, Shanks enabling his team to make the correct moves, Shanks buying time, buying vision, like, and that death at the Roche Pit like exemplifies what he was doing this game, where it's like, yeah, sure, I die, but I got everybody engaged on me, and we got just enough info to make the unthinkable happen.
Yep. And that proves very well for Execration in terms of results, because that means that they're going to be heading over to the next round of the upper bracket. And since this is an 8-team uh, double elimination bracket with 4 teams in the upper bracket. They've secured top 3 with that victory. They could even go grand finals. I mean, heck, and go for
Yeah,
it if you got a pace like this going on. Execration just a scary team to go up against with results like that. But
yeah.
without further ado, I mean, we're running on a rolling schedule, so we don't actually
Hmm.
have longer than a 15 to 20-minute break. We're going to be heading over to the next series with Team SNG versus Boom Esports right after a while. So the action doesn't stop here, doesn't Kips?
It never does.
It never ends. So we'll be back in just a bit. Hope you guys enjoyed this one.